You know, I could tell the story in a lot of different ways. I don't know how I can really tell it in a short way, but I kind of look at it as you got two paths that I led in my life, and it's the spiritual path and the career path. My career was golf at the time, but it wasn't professional golf, or it wasn't tour professional golf. It was being a club pro. I went down to, right out of college, I went down and played the mini tour in 1981. I went belly up. And came home. I was working manpower for a couple months. I was cleaning out this burned out warehouse, and I was like, holy smokes, this is not for me. You know, my background growing up spiritually was pretty non-existent. I was always a believer in God, but I never understood what all that meant. And I think a lot of that had to do with just the way I was brought up. And my parents believed in everything, but we just didn't, church was not something we had time for, because I worked a paper route, I worked at the golf course, and every Sunday morning I was at the golf course. I was either mowing greens, working the range, doing carts. That was my childhood, just growing up at the University of Maryland golf course. We were going to Hattiesburg, Mississippi on an airplane, and Woody is a born-again Christian. He was reading the Bible on the plane, and you know, usually I feel uncomfortable when that would happen. I just said, but I said, Woody, you know, if you want to share anything in there during the week, I'd love to hear it. And he said, really? I said, cool. So we ended up sending the family, and we had 3 Bible studies that week that I've never been to. I've never been to a Bible study in my life. So we're reading Scripture, and we're translating it and what the real meaning of it all, and it was really, really fun. But it still was not this leap of faith at that point. I had really one simple goal, and it's still the same goal. I really feel like I can still live and believe in the goal that I had, and it's as simple as, how good can Fred Funk be in golf? And if it was good enough for the PGA Tour, great. If it wasn't, I gave it a shot. Go figure out what you're going to do if you're not going to make that. But my spiritual journey was the same way, and slow. I mean, a slow process. And I'm still in the, you know, everybody's in different stages in their journeys. And it doesn't really matter where you are, whether you're all the way down the road, you've been a Christian since, you know, you can remember, or you're 70 years old, 80 years old, and you become a Christian. It really doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you know, give your life up to the Lord. In my career, I pinch myself for what I've accomplished in golf, but where I'm learning and where I'm coming from, and where I feel I'm going in my spiritual journey means more to me than anything. And when you go to inspiration, I guess, and trying to figure out mind control or sports psychology or whatever, everything is already there in the Bible. It's right there. I mean, the biggest motivator is God Himself.